So I just got all the crystals outside of my house, and I have to admit, I am so thankful for having people in my life that actually, um, actually love me and want good things for me. Because it is crazy work to get emotional over some stupid rocks. Now, that being said, I just found something that I forgot that I had, and I'm getting rid of it right now. But something that is crazy work to me, that out of all the stuff that I was getting rid of, there's one piece that I had that was giving me an emotional reaction, which again sounds very dumb. And honestly, I'm kind of bad about it because honestly, I feel very lied to, like very deceived. And again, this is because of rock, but this particular piece in particular, because this was given to me by a person that I love. I still very much love this person, even though we haven't talked in a while. I probably should reach out to her, to be honest. But this person created a cross for me. But what she used to create this cross was crystals and salt. Now, as a supernatural friend, I can respect the salt thing or whatever, but at the same time, the crystals, no. And so I had to really take a minute I felt myself trying to give more value to getting rid of this object than I needed to. Because at the end of the day, that thing does not hold any value except the value that I gave it. And so I needed somebody else to understand. So I realized that, like, as I was explaining it to this person, to my friend that was helping me get rid of all of this, by the way, that, this was like a crazy stronghold for me that was still present in my life. Even if I wasn't active, but I was still holding a place for it in my life. And I think it is so important for us to do a spiritual decluttering. And this was kind of that for me. But also, I realized that for me, this was like a form of like spiritual abuse. And what I mean by that is because I had let it have power over me for such a long time. And when we experience abuse, it is a form of control. It's a form of power that abusers use. And there's like a whole science with that. I'm not going to get into that too much. But when a person who has been abused is recovering from that, they need to find a form to get their power back, so to speak, to get their autonomy back. And so people who have not gotten that tend to suffer the consequences of not healing, long story short. And for me, this was kind of one of those moments where it's just like, I was wondering why I felt so emotional over this, but it was because of that sense of deception. It's almost like looking at a permanent scar on your body from abuse, or seeing the after, like the continuation of abuse being present in your life. And so now I feel like I can get angry about that in a righteous way, but also like I can almost mourn my stupidity, because I don't know how else to word that. I can mourn that death, that end of that chapter for my life. That storyline is finally ended. And I don't have to live in that anymore. I don't have to be attached to it. And I also kind of realized how it ended up causing me to fall in different areas in my life because of the spiritual significance that was present in that house, that war that was happening in my own walls. And now I don't have that. I don't have that anymore. I am free. And that freedom feels so good. Because now I have space for blessings. Now I have space for my life to get in order that I didn't have before. So, fellow siblings in Christ, please do a spiritual cleaning of your house. Find out if there's something in your house that is holding you back and get it out. But also make sure you're doing like the prayer side of things too, because just because you cleared that out doesn't mean that there's a vacant space. So please make sure you fill that up with godly things. And that's all I have to say about that. So, okay, love you. Bye.